Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a hilarious episode for you guys that you definitely want to stick around for. But before we get into it, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button because we're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we really appreciate it if you help us hit our target. So make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So anyway, I got a hilarious video for you guys today. And I woke up this morning and I saw this video and it just had me cracking up. So I said, okay, we definitely have to do a segment on this one here on the show today. So we all know that sports is all about hypotheticals and debates. What if this guy played against this guy? What if that guy played against this guy? What if that? Every sport fan enjoys a good debate, or at least most of us. However, one of the dumbest debates out in sports has always been the Michael Jordan versus LeBron James debate. I always thought that was one of the dumbest debates one could have, because I always thought that debate was kind of a media construct and it wasn't driven by integrity. Instead, it was driven by like agendas, right? Because if you really sit down and kind of scrutinize the comparisons between these two players and really go through the hard data, you quickly realize it is really not even a debate to begin with. Now, the LeBron James debate versus Jordan, I think, is one of the dumbest debates that we have going, but nevertheless, it's something that's always kind of propped up on these big shows, like who's better? And the person that really, really made a name for himself, kind of saying that LeBron was better than Michael Jordan was, Nick Wright, when he did his debut on Undisputed, because when he was with Chris Carter, I think Nick Wright, I think it was all planned that, listen, you got to come out on TV. This is going to be your debut on TV, at least on FS1, and you got to make a name for yourself. And he was the one that said in 2016 that LeBron already passed Jordan. And the minute he said that, I said, okay, I can pretty much see what was going on here. So to me, I think it's a dumb debate. And apparently, one of LeBron James' former teammates seems to believe that is actually a very, very dumb debate. So this morning I stumbled upon an interview with Iman Shumpert on Bootleg Kev's on the show, Bootleg Kev, right? I think it's a podcast or interview show, whatever it is. And he was asked to give his thoughts on the Jordan versus LeBron James debate, right? And I want you guys to pay attention to this. I was just waking up, just watching it on my phone, and he started going into his thing, and I started laughing out so loud with some of the stuff that he was saying. So what we want to do here is we want to play this exchange between Iman Shumpert, and I'm assuming the host name is Bootleg Kev, or at least Kev, or whatever it is. So we want to play this exchange, play some of the comments that Iman Shumpert had to make, and then we're going to come back and give you guys sort of our response to what he said. So before we go too far, take a listen to some of the things that Iman Shumpert had to say here.
Because I feel like he's in the conversation. Why does I feel like he is the conversation. He's getting compared to Michael Jordan, dog. We having real life arguments in barbershops about who's better between him and Mike. So let me ask you this, though. Who get mad for? He don't get mad. Bron, that's what I'm saying about Bron. That's raw as Because me personally, I would be like, Mike got to play me one-on-one. We streaming this shit. Right. Let's Cause for real, I low key think Mike's so competitive, bro. Mike could come out of retirement right now to play Bron and do it. Hell yeah. And take an L. Calm down. Maybe take a serious L. You ain't seen Mike Hoof in a while. I don't need to see it. Right now, LeBron versus Mike. Right now? Oh, do you know how Mike Jordan play? You ain't never seen it though. You've never seen Mike just. I've seen Michael Jordan in person. No, you've never seen him just sitting down and just get up in his street clothes. No, I've heard about it though. He does it all the time, bro. And every time you think like this nigga can't dunk no more. But don't you think LeBron has had the level of competition has been a lot more insane for LeBron? Are you being serious right now? Very much so. You're being dead serious, bro. Okay. You're being dead serious right now. Do you know what Michael Jordan had to deal with, bro? You for real? We can go over his finals opponents and go over LeBron's finals opponents, and you tell me who had the tougher teams. You tell me who lost. Okay, that's fair. But he also played the Trailblazers. He played. What was wrong with the Trailblazers? I mean, the Trailblazers ain't. They ain't have no super team. They ain't have a super team. LeBron had to play. That's a statement. LeBron had to. Jesus Christ. This is only a statement that a retired Iman Shumpert could make. I'm just saying, we talking ball. I apologize. All right. So listen, so LeBron had to go through in 05, he had to play
peak, or was it 07 rather? Was it 07 or 05 he went to the finals against the Spurs?
He's been quite a few times. But
well, the first time he went against the Spurs, that was the first kind of incarnation of the Spurs dynasty before Kawhi, right? So that's like peak Manu.
So you think Mike and Scotty wasn't going to blow that out? We'd have beat the Spurs 4-0 and sent them the home.
I don't know, man.
We'd have shook Pop hand like a great guy.
I mean,
and we'd have told Pop.
The Jazz took the Bulls. I think y'all, the Cavaliers, would have swept the Jazz.
First, we're not talking about the Cavaliers.
But the Bulls didn't sweep the Jazz. It was a serious series.
We got LeBron James. We can match up with the Jazz. I could get over a screen. We could deal with John Stockton.
The Heat played a Thunder team with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden in the finals.
We could have matched up with that with the Bulls, fam. Think about it. We got Ron Harper, 6'6".
I like how you say.
Who was going to guard Mike on that Thunder team? It wasn't going to be KD. He don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Who was going to guard Mike?
What I'm saying
Who was going to guard him?
So you think that...
Because Scotty P was going to guard KD.
Do you think that...
Scotty P was going to guard KD. Mike was defensive team. He was going to take Russ. Who we got to deal with?
James Harden. Off the bench. 6 man. Okay.
See what I'm saying? Who going to deal with Kukoc when he come off the bench at 6'11"?
Kukoc. Here we go.
We coming to party, bro.
Serge Ibaka.
We coming to
Serge
party.
Ibaka would have dealt with him.
What I was really focusing on was the temperature that he had, or his temperature when he was giving his response and when he was answered him. He genuinely seemed to be perturbed by the statements that bootleg Kev was made. He was looking at him, and we can't show the video because we don't own that content. But he was looking at him, and he was like, "Bro, are you serious?" Like, you know when you're listening to somebody say something so ridiculous, like you squint your eyes, like you're like, "What is this dude even talking about right now?" That is exactly the type of looks that Iman Shumpert was giving him, because to me, in my opinion, most of us sober, level-headed NBA fans know that this is a dumb debate to be having. It really is a stupid debate. We've done videos on this where we've annihilated this entire is LeBron. We've annihilated this argument, but we're just gonna quickly go into the numbers again for the people that believe that this is even a debate. Okay, first of all, LeBron James, he's one of my opinion, one of the 5 greatest players of all time. 4-time champion, 4-time Finals MVP. Obviously, 4-time regular season MVP, 17-time All-Star, 3-time All-Star Game MVP. He's made 5 All-Defensive teams. He was a Rookie of the Year. He's led the league in scoring. I believe it was in 2008. He led the league in assists in 2020. I think he is one of the top 20 scorers in NBA history. Certainly longevity, he's up there, and he's one of the hardest working players in NBA history, one of the hardest working players you're ever going to find in any sport, somebody that's really dedicated to getting better. So that's LeBron James, right? I think he's made his impact on basketball, and it is what it is. He's a top 5 player, in my personal opinion, right? So that's LeBron's accomplishments in a nutshell. Then you have Michael Jordan, who's a 6-time champion, 6-time Finals MVP, 5-time regular season MVP, 14-time All-Star, 3-time All-Star Game MVP. He's been on 10 All-First, so he's been on 11 All-NBA teams. He won a Defensive Player of the Year award. He's been on 9 All-Defensive teams. Think about that, to LeBron's 5. Plus, he won a Defensive Player of the Year award. He was a Rookie of the Year, just like LeBron James. He has 10 scoring titles to LeBron's 1 scoring title, although he never led the league in assists like LeBron did in 2020. But he has led the league in steals 3 separate times, and he's a slam, and he won the slam dunk contest, and also he has the highest regular season scoring average, the highest postseason scoring average. I mean, like, what are we even discussing here? I think it's one of the silliest debates, and I think that was what Iman, like, come on, case closed. Like, Iman Shumpert was just like, bro, what are you discussing right now? Like, when you compare their resumes, they're not close. They're just not close. And if you factor in, if you give their career some context, LeBron has lost a lot more than Jordan. And people like to make the stupid debate. Well, if Michael Jordan is so good, how come he didn't win every year he was in the NBA? It's like, bro, do you realize by making that argument, you're actually diminishing your own argument? Because if you're basing your argument on losing, you're exacerbating the fact that LeBron has even lost even more. So if you're going to make that, or why didn't he win even more? Then if you're going to make the argument that you think LeBron is better than Jordan, then I'll ask, why has he lost some more? If you're going to talk about loss, it's a dumb argument to make. And that's what happens when you have this debate. You always have to look for stupid things and try to make sense out of them. Really, if you're trying to look for arguments to make, it's usually something stupid. And we're going to now try to find a way to put lipstick on it, put some makeup on it, and let's turn this into an argument. It's a dumb debate to begin with, right? And that's why Iman Shumpert was looking at him like, bro, are you serious right now? He's like, what are you talking about? Even when he started pressing the host a little bit, the host had nothing really to say. Nothing to say, really, right? And that's usually what happens. You listen to people make these debates, and at the end, they really have nothing substantive to say. It's just a bunch of, a bunch of baloney. That's all it is. So to me, I thought his comments were hilarious. Listen, Iman Shumpert, if you see this video, hopefully this video does well, and you see it, bro, son, that was funny. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What he was saying was straight up comedy, man. So shout out to Iman Shumpert, man. That was a hilarious segment right there. So I really enjoyed it. Anyway, what I want to know from you guys, obviously, what do you think about his thoughts? What he said? What do you think about this? What do you think about this entire debate? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, and by the way, for some people out there that feel, oh, no, you didn't really say it. Listen, this debate is over. Like, it never even started. Just carry the hell on. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Have a good one.